The Comic Con. Is this your first Comic Con?
Yeah, this is my very first Comic Con, so I'm very excited to be here, and I'm excited to get down on the floor. Hopefully, at some stage, and have a proper look around.
Congratulations are in order. You're capturing the NXT Championship over in Japan. Obviously, it must have been emotional, but can you describe what the feeling was like to be there, to be back in Japan, and winning the title as Finn Balor for NXT?
Honestly, I've been asked that question a lot in the last couple of days, and it was a real surreal experience. It was a moment that I'll never forget. I can't really sum it up in words, but just the feeling of being back in front of the Japanese crowd, a place where I spent 8 years kind of learning my craft, and it was somewhat of a homecoming. And then to cap it off with capturing the NXT Championship versus Kevin Owens was you couldn't have wrote the script any better, and I'm sure. It hasn't really sunk in yet, like how big of a moment it actually was. But I'm sure, like in the future, I'll look back on that day as being like one of the finest moments of my career.
Are you someone who rewatches your own matches?
I'm someone who never watches their own matches. I like if I have a match that the atmosphere was good, I had a good feeling about afterwards. I don't want to spoil it by going back and watching it on tape and trying to pick it apart. In some cases, if there was something that I wasn't happy with, I will go back and maybe have a scan and see if I can like pinpoint what actually went wrong. But for the most part, if I have a good memory, had good feedback, I'll just leave it as it is. That book is written, close the book, and move on to the next one.
The past couple of weeks, the WWE audience has been able to see these really sort of behind-the-scenes look into your life as the Who is Finn Balor videos that they've been playing. What was that like to sort of delve into that and make those videos and to sort of tell people your side of things?
Yeah, I was very nervous about going ahead with that. I'm pretty kind of private person in general, and like to keep myself to myself. And when they approached me about doing it, I was kind of skeptical about doing it and stuff. But the guys that actually filmed and put it all together, they done an incredible job, and hats off to them and everyone at WWE production. I think they done an incredible job, top to bottom, and finding some like vintage clips in there as well. And my mum and dad got a little got a moment there that they were pretty happy with. So there was one moment especially. It was a clip from San Jose that I'd never seen, and it was the NXT show in San Jose after the main event. I hugged my mum at ringside, and that somehow got in there, and that like was really emotional for me when I seen it. Yeah, like hats off to the guys at WWE for making that.
You guys don't have a ton of free time, but if you do get a chance to get down to the floor, are there things you're looking forward to seeing, or is there a target in mind, or do you just want to take it all in?
Well, yeah, obviously, I'd love to take it all in and kind of get to meet some of the people on the floor. But anyone who's seen the little documentary that we've done with WWE knows I'm a big Lego fan. So if I can make it to the Lego stall, that'd be incredible.
And a lot of your body paint that you use, and like I saw in the videos, inspired by fan art sometimes and so on. Are comic books and that type of design a big part of your life?
Yeah, absolutely. I was a big comic book fan as a kid growing up. Obviously, it kind of that took a back seat when I took up wrestling. It's something that I've been kind of able to integrate back into my wrestling now recently. I'm a huge fan of like body language and like how the superheroes kind of portray themselves with just an image, like a still image. So that's something that I'm very aware of, and that I'll be looking to keep an eye out today.
Do you have any predictions for WWE's Battleground coming up between Brock Lesnar and Seth Rollins? Is there a part of NXT guys that sort of root for the old NXT guys?
Absolutely. Seth has been a trailblazer, and he's someone that everyone at NXT can look up to. I know I especially look up to him. What he's done. Brock, the Beast is. Seth's gonna have his work cut out, but I'm hoping that Seth can pull off an upset, so to speak.
Any dream opponents for you for the day you do get up to Raw?
I like the David versus Goliath storyline, so I've always been kind of drawn in by the larger than life characters, and Big Show is someone who I would really love to get in the ring with, just for that experience of wrestling, like the largest athlete in the world.
Who's the biggest guy you've wrestled so far?
I've wrestled Giant Bernard in Japan. He's a big guy. That's Matt Bloom. Akibono, who was Grand Sumo champion. I've wrestled him. A lot of guys here in WWE have been, with NXT, there hasn't been too many huge men, but I'm sure there's a few men I can chop down in the future.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
All right.